Hello, friends. So we are reaching the last piece to cover in this series, Introduction to Chess. So far we have seen how the king moves, how the pawns move, knights, bishops, and the rooks. And we also took a look at how to give checks to the enemy king, and what a check is, and what a checkmate is. And now we are on to the last piece that I need to introduce, which is the queen. So let's take a look at the queen and how it moves. Okay. So this piece that is on the d1 square, uh, that is the queen, and the queen is actually, like if you understood how the bishop and the rooks move, then the queen is just is very easy to understand. The queen is a it's a combination of the bishop and rook into a single piece. So the queen can move like a bishop diagonally, right? So it can go to, oops, to all these squares diagonally, and it can also go sideways like a rook to all these squares, and it can go straight like a rook again to all of these squares. So you can consider a queen as a combination of a rook and a bishop, or you can also um, compare it with the king. Like the king can also move diagonally or sideways and straightways, but it can only move one square at a time, right? So the king can move only one square at a time. It can move straight. Oops, it can move straight. It can move sideways. It can move down. It can move diagonally, but it can only go one square, right? And in contrast, the queen can also move like a king, but it can go in all, like its range is unbounded. It can go as many squares as it can see in its scope, right? So you can compare it with a king, or you can also compare the queen with a rook and a bishop. Let's say I play my queen to d5. I can play my queen to g5 like a rook. I can play my queen from here like a bishop. I can again move it down to b1 like a rook, right? I can move it to the h7 square like a bishop, right? So the queen is a combination of the rook and bishop. And as like we saw how to give checks with the other pieces, the queen can give check to the enemy king like a bishop or rook. So let's say I want to give check to the black king. I can play queen g8 check, right? It's attacking the black king. I can play queen h8. Again, it's attacking the black king. Or I can play like a bishop and again give a check on the diagonal. I can go to e4 and give a check on the file or the column, right? So these are the different ways to give a check to the black king and with the queen. And hopefully you guys now know how to move the pieces, how to move the different pieces that you see on a chessboard, right? So to conclude, I will just show you uh, a game on like the classical setup and how a game is played. So that I will do in the next video. But for now, this is it. You know how all the pieces move, and you know what a check is, what a checkmate is, and I think you now have um all that is required to play a game of chess. And obviously, you need a partner. Like you need an opponent so that you can play a game of chess with your friend. All right. Thank you. Thank you for watching.